Silent Wolf, one of the best and most technical people to ever play Smash Bros. Melee. He achieved some very high peaks and was one of the few players who constantly challenged the gods of Smash. Considered the most technical player the game has ever seen at a high level, and being looked at as one of the best to ever pick up a controller. Beyond these and having one of the coolest tags though, how good was he actually? Otto Silent Wolf Bisno began his competitive journey in 2006. His first big tournament he attended outside of locals was NorCal Tournament 2, but this was just the beginning of his career. In 2007, Silent Wolf was a little more active. He continued to do well at local events and traveled more. His next big Melee event was Melee FC Diamond, where he placed 13th at this very stacked tournament, ranking just behind some Melee legends, already placing very well for only playing the game for a short amount of time. At the even more stacked Zero Challenge 3 event, Silent Wolf impressed everyone by breaking into the top 8 and placing 7th. His next bracket, he didn't do as well at Super Champ Combo, though placing 25th, but he was starting to become recognized as a very good player. Towards the end of the year, Silent Wolf posted Zelgandi, which put him on the map in the Smash community, not only being known as a very good player, but also one of the fastest, most technical, and stylish with his own combo/tech video. What makes him all the more impressive was Silent Wolf was using a normal GameCube controller without UCF, no fob, and no box controllers. This was back in the day, we didn't have those. This guy was so fast and technical, able to hit precise tech and movement in vanilla Melee on a stock controller. Look at this, you are kidding me. Silent Wolf wasn't active in 2008. He mostly attended smaller scale events with only one major this year. He did very well at the smaller tournaments, placing in the top 2 at all of them. His only major this year was Pound 3, where he placed 17th. Though he did manage to beat Mango, sending him to the losers bracket on his infamous Pound 3 losers run. Though it was a Link Ditto, a win over any top player was nothing to scoff at. 17th was a good placement considering how many of the best players in the world were at Pound 3. In 2009, Genesis happened and sadly Silent Wolf ended up DQing from the event. This was a little unremarkable for Silent Wolf as he didn't attend any other majors this year and only had smaller events and locals. It's worth noting that a majority of Melee players who were on the brink of leaving before 2009, Brawl was slowly killing the Melee scene and taking over. It wasn't until a revival of Melee happened and Mewtwo King's crazy comeback that Melee got back on its feet. So if Silent Wolf's attendance seemed a little low, it's because of that. Sadly, he didn't attend revival of Melee. That's okay though, because Silent Wolf was back to being a pretty active player in 2010. His first big event this year was Pound 4. He recreated his Pound 3 run and placed 17th again. And at Good Shit German, he placed 13th and ended the year with a 17th place finish at Apex 2010. Not a bad year by any means, but nothing crazy or super impressive yet. Not much changed for Silent Wolf in 2011, placing practically the same as last year. He ranked a little better at Pound 5 than the previous installments, finishing at 13th. He attended Genesis 2 and got himself another 17th place. Other than getting 13th and 17th again and again, something did change over at smaller scale events. Silent Wolf was starting to win these brackets, and a notable series was Game Clucks. He won 3 out of the 4 events he went to. 2012 wasn't anything amazing for Silent Wolf. He placed pretty much the same as he always had. He started the year with a 17th place finish at Apex 2012. He barely missed top 8 at Northwest Manifest, placing 9th, and at Impulse, he placed 13th. At Rule 6 NorCal Regional, he also placed 13th. 2013 was the year where Silent Wolf became a pretty active player. At Apex 2013, Silent Wolf broke his 17 and 13 placement curse by just missing top 8, finishing 9th. He had a dip in performance and placed 17th at NorCal Regionals 2013, and at Northwest Majors 5, he nearly won the whole thing but was stopped by Mewtwo King, leaving Silent Wolf to finish runner-up. And at the biggest one yet, Evo 2013, but Silent Wolf got a bit unlucky. He had to play Armada for a spot in top 8, and if you watch the Armada video, go watch that if you haven't already, you'd know he doesn't get upset. Unable to overcome the god, Silent Wolf finished in 9th place. 9th place is still extremely impressive, just shy of top 8 at the biggest tournament ever at the time. After Evo, he attended 3 more events. At Canada Cup and Landhammer 2013, he managed to place an impressive 4th place. He ended the year with Kings of Cali 3, where he placed 7th. 2013 was a good year for Silent Wolf, becoming a very active player and having good placements all around with the exception of one tournament. He nearly won an event with one of the 5 gods present. You may also remember me mentioning that he was one of the most technical Fox mains out there, really showcasing it by dropping another tech combo video called Attack on Top Tier. It's cool to see his evolution from Zelgandi to this one. Plus, this dude's movement was insane. He's on a normal OEM. 2014 comes up, and Apex 2014 was the first tournament Tournament of the year, and Silent Wolf got 13th. He won the small regional Dime 8 though, and at Northwest Major 6, he was able to finish with a nice 5th place. What happened next would change Silent Wolf's Melee career forever. EVO 2014 happens, and it's Silent Wolf's most well-known tournament. He lost early, losing to Darkrain, and was sent to the losers bracket. Going through players like SFAT, Shroomed, Fiction, and up-and-coming Godslayer Leffen, he beat all of them to make top 8. It was his best run to date by a long shot, making it onto the biggest stage Smash has ever seen. Sadly, in top 8, Silent Wolf had to play Axe, and yeah.
But 45 seconds, Silent Wolf might be down to his last stop.
Is he gonna get it before a minute passes? Well, let's see. He's right near the edge. Oh my God! Destruction!
This was one of the most popular clips to ever surface from competitive Melee. This video even ended up on a porn website. I don't know how that happened, but someone put it on there. But it did get to him, as being famously known in the community for being 4-stocked in front of hundreds of thousands of people. He wanted to be known for his awesome combos, tech, and skill at the game, not being bodied on Smash's biggest stage. It even got to him since people started to associate Silent Wolf only with his EVO 2014 moment of getting 4-stocked. He took it very well though, continuing to his next tournament where he almost won I Got 5 on It, losing to SFAT, and barely losing at Do You Fox with it, losing to what many consider his only rival in terms of tech skill, Hax Money. 2015 was actually a really good year for Silent Wolf, with a lot of good placements and solid wins. He didn't start super well, getting 17th at Apex 2015, but picked it up from there. He won a few notable events such as Northwest Major 7, Northwest Majors Drop Zone, and Smash the Halls. He notably dominated Peaches, consistently defeating every Peach main that wasn't Armada. At Majors, he performed very well. While he finished 17th at EVO, it's worth mentioning that he had Armada, who ended up winning the whole event through winners. He had Armada on the ropes this entire set. He almost became the first person to upset him. He even took a game from which was unheard of from non-God players.
Wave Shine's in the back, up to
Oh, that's gonna be it!
Yo, that is it!
Those two lasers! The two lasers and bad DI from Armada.
Though he lost the set, he was a serious threat to any player that crossed his path. His best result was at the HTC Throwdown event, an incredibly stacked event with 3 gods present. Silent Wolf played amazing, defeating Mewtwo for the first time, and gave the H God a very close set to finish 3rd. Moving on to 2016, this was Silent Wolf's most active year to date. He won all but 3 of the 10 regionals he entered. He showcased his mastery of the Peach matchup by dominating Bladewise, one of the best Peaches at the time. For his performance at Majors, it started okay with a 17th place finish at Genesis 3. At Battle of the 5 Gods, while he didn't make it out of the initial wave of pools, in the round robin redemption, he managed to beat PPMD to make it out of pools and play in the final bracket. Mango ended his run at 7th, but this added another god to his tally. Due to his impressive showing at Battle of the 5 Gods, Silent Wolf made it into Smash Summit 3. He didn't do too well, however, and went 0-2 to place 13th. But considering that Summit is the most stacked tournament of all time, even making it in is still impressive. At Shine 2016, he got a little unlucky. Mango got upset by Nintendude, so Silent Wolf had to play Mango early in the losers bracket, resulting in him placing 17th. At the Big House 6, Silent Wolf managed to defeat Mewtwo King in winners, barely lost to Ice in one of the greatest Fox Ditto sets out there, and then ultimately lost to Pew Pew U for 9th, but was able to beat Mewtwo King, making it to winners quarters finals. The rest of majors he entered this year all ended at 17th. Now if you're in the scene around 2016, you may have heard of an incredibly technical Fox by the name of Relno. He wasn't ranked, but was seen as the fastest and most technical player Melee has ever seen. There was a horse tech skill competition at Smash the Record 2016, and Silent Wolf faced Relno in the finals. Silent Wolf was able to match and even perform some technical abilities beyond Relno, but ultimately lost. It's incredibly impressive though that Silent Wolf was able to perform tech skill on that level and still be one of the best players around. 2017 was honestly very forgettable for Silent Wolf, as he only entered 4 events. At Genesis 4 he disqualified himself, at Full Bloom 3 he got 65th, at EVO 2017 he got 49th, and at Emerald City 5 he got 7th. Going into 2018, no one expected what was coming next. Silent Wolf announced his retirement at the beginning of 2018. He stated that he lost interest in the game, and that was that. Some people speculated it was because he was having hand problems playing Melee, but it just isn't that coming from Silent Wolf himself. He had a surprise appearance in 2020 at Rona Rumble LACS qualifier number 1. He placed 33rd and hasn't been seen in Melee since. He switched to doing speedruns and seems to be doing well. He's come back to the GameCube sticks very recently, playing some ranked matches on Slippy, playing Melee here and there for fun, but will always go down in history as one of the best players ever. Now, how good was Silent Wolf actually? Silent Wolf was a great player, one of the best foxes ever against Peach, and one of the most technical players to play the game. A lot of his crazy tech skill and fluid movement was done before UCF and with controllers subpar compared to what we have nowadays. Making the combo and technical videos he made was incredibly impressive. Making top 8 at EVO 2014 was also a huge accomplishment, being the most prestigious tournament of the year. He was able to take down 3 out of the 5 gods and was also one of the few people to have Armada on the ropes, and many thought that he would be the one to snap Armada's streak. Though it didn't happen, he still showed a threat to any player he crossed in the bracket. Now that's how good Silent Wolf actually was. What do you guys think of Silent Wolf? Do you believe he's the most technical fox to play Melee, or do you think someone else holds that crown? Leave a comment down below, and don't forget to check out the Patreon. I appreciate you guys supporting me, and thank you so much for watching.